Hey guys, I just wanted to record a quick video running through what we tend to see as the top four mistakes within accounts that can actually unnecessarily raise your cost per lead. We regularly audit accounts and the same things keep popping up. So yeah, let's kick into the video. I guess so. First of all, who am I? My name is Alan Rooney. I'm the co-founder of Rooney, and we're a paid ads agency. I'm working exclusively with B2B SaaS brands, and personally, I've been managing ad platforms for my clients for 10 plus years. So the first thing I wanted to run through is which is really all of the mistakes essentially branch off this, because if you're giving an account the wrong inputs, everything downstream from that is going to be an issue. So it's the first thing we look at when we audit an account is the primary conversion setup. So this one is really just people consistently seem to get wrong, is that you'll have 15, 20 different conversions. Some are secondary, some are primary. People page views, conversions, primary conversions for things that really don't actually move the needle for your business. So what we always recommend is, and this is contextual to each account, because depending on the volume of leads that you actually have will determine what you should set as your primary conversion. So, for instance, we always recommend that your CRM data, your lifecycle data should be imported into your Google Ads account via offline conversion imports. So like HubSpot has a native integration for this, so that when a particular keyword triggers a new lead conversion, if that turns into an SQL, an opportunity, and eventually closed won, that information is fed back into Google Ads. Now, where you want to take it is that gradually you go further down the life cycle stage. So you want to get your account, first of all, optimizing towards leads, maybe form fills, then gradually towards MQLs, and then SQLs. But again, this all depends on the volume that you have. We always recommend a rule of thumb of, before you'd even start testing further down the life cycle stage, would be about 15 of those particular conversions in 30 days. So at the end of the day, Google will optimize towards what you set as its primary conversion in the account. So if you're giving it low quality inputs, don't be too surprised if you get poor quality results, poor quality leads. If you have a campaign that's cranking and optimizing towards opportunities, leads that have been accepted by the sales team as good leads, and that's what your campaigns are optimizing towards, you're going to get good outputs because the inputs are much better. So that is definitely one of the primary mistakes that we see made by clients that we audit time and time again. So if you're struggling to get results from your current campaigns, or maybe you haven't even started and just want an expert to take it off your hands, I've left a Calendly link in the description below where you can book in a call. But let's get back to the video. The next thing that I wanted to run through is locations settings. So obviously you want your ads to serve where your ideal customer profile is, where what markets that you actually serve into. Really simple setting to adjust here and to make sure that it's set to is presence rather than presence or interest. So presence, people in or regularly in your included locations. Presence or interest, people in regularly in or who've shown interest in your included locations. Now, how Google determines whether a potential user is interested in your location, I'll leave that up to them. But we tend to see that it brings in a lot of random, lower quality countries, people that aren't going to be paying customers. So definitely include, set that to presence rather than presence or interest. And also, in addition to that, make sure that you exclude any of the countries that you do not want to serve to in the exclusion section of your campaign, in the location section of your campaign rather. So the third culprit that we tend to see raising advertisers' cost per lead is how the allocation of spend goes towards mobile, tablet, and desktop. Mobile traffic tends to be a lower converting platform. The user is in a more navigational, research-based mode, and whereas as opposed to desktop, where we tend to see a lot more commercial intent. They might be in their office. They're just a bit more serious about actually signing up for your platform. So really easy way of saying it, of looking this is just segmenting out your conversions by device type. Take a 90-day, 180-day window. See how your not just your new leads, just look at additional qualifiers like cost per SQL, cost per opportunity, and we tend to find that desktop 99% of the time outperforms mobile in terms of actually bringing in high intent, high value prospects. So you might have a situation where an account is spending 70% of its spend on mobile, and a lot of the leads or even the conversion rate is just not on par with desktop. So chop up your data, segment it out so that you can see how the performance is from desktop and mobile. And if it is what we tend to see, add a heavy discount onto a negative bid adjustment onto your mobile traffic, or in some instances just exclude it altogether if you're trying to make your account as efficient as possible. And the last thing I wanted to run through is, again, this is simple fixes, but time and time again it keeps popping up, is just not regularly looking at your search terms report and adding having a robust negative keyword list to block out irrelevant terms. This is just something that really every advertiser should be looking at each day, as to what actual search terms are triggering based off the keyword. People tend to conflate that once you have a keyword that it'll only trigger based on that keyword, but Google has been loosening up how these keywords associate with this respective search term, even with phrase match. It's not just broad match anymore, and exact match brings in close variants as well. So like if we take an example keyword here of project management software, and let's just say, for instance, you have it on phrase match, you might go into the search terms report and get a bit of a fright by seeing how much money is being spent on really terms that you are never going to convert for you. So let's just stick with that example of project management software. Terms like free project management software for students, simple project management software, project management software tutorial, just terms that is going to be wasting your budget. There's no commercial intent behind it, and this can easily be resolved by just regularly scanning your search terms report and adding these terms to your negative keyword list. And you can leverage a shared negative keyword list so that it runs across all of your campaigns, so that any term around free, students, anything that infers that it's a low quality term won't be spent on your account anymore. So again, we regularly see tens of thousands of euros being wasted on just junk search terms. So really something to be cognizant of. So definitely always be checking your search terms report and updating that negative keyword list to make sure you're not wasting your spend on poor quality search terms. So just to summarize, if you're looking to reduce your cost per lead, the 4 things you definitely need to be digging into your account is your primary conversions, your location settings, how the performance broken out by device type, mobile, tablet, and desktop, and your search term quality. So do you have a robust negative keyword list that's blocking out the junk traffic? So I hope it was of value to you guys. You can find the resources, the first link in the description, and have a great day.